Hello YouTube board, welcome back to the workshop. Project we have for you this week is this piece of cherry hollowed and then finished with copper sheet inside. That when that's sat in the sunlight, it looks really effective, and it does look a little bit like Pac-Man as well, or somebody's space helmet perhaps. Also on top, I finished it off with that serrated top, because when I finished it there was a small split opened up in the top and a tiny little bit of wood chipped out, which was really annoying because I'd already taken the chucking point off the bottom, and so I went round with a sander and just put like a serrated edge around the top. But still looks quite nice, quite effective, quite a nice little piece. So sit tight, watch the video, I'll show you how we go about it. So here I have a piece of cherry that's been down in my wood pile. Can't remember where I got it from, can't remember how long it's been down there, but it is quite dry, so it should be okay to use. So the first thing I've done, I've got it set up between my revolving centre and my 4-prong spur. I'm ready to start turning. I'm just catching on that edge. As you see, I'm slowly getting there. I've adjusted my centre a couple of times just to try and get an even cut around. Just cut nicely across there now. And then I think I'm going to have to just move that way again. This really is the worst thing about turning logs. It's just trying to get it into a nice shape, a nice semblance of where you want to be. I think I've finally got the piece where I want to. I'm taking this back edge off. I don't want any of that on there. So I want all of that left in there, and as much of that as I can get left on as well. So I need now just take this piece off and to round that off there and off there. So just more of the same. Well, I really wanted to keep that piece on there, but it's not actually attached to anything. Oh well, never mind. that pretty much rolling now. Got a nice tenon light end, so I can turn it around and put it in the chuck. I'm getting this cutting all the way around there now. So what I'll do is I'll just turn that around, put that in the chuck, and I'll finish turning that into a sphere. I'm just going in there now with my this 12mm scraper, no 20mm scraper, and I'll just go in and clean all that up, and that should just smooth off any high spots, any ridges in there. It should take it all away. Let's get and put some stainless steel on. Beautiful grain coming out of there. Cherry is difficult wood to work with, but it doesn't have to stand up well. Lovely grain pattern on it. Because I won't be able to polish that, obviously in there. As soon as I put a cloth anywhere near there, that's going to rip it to shreds. Or else I'll try and take my finger off. I'll have to polish all that up on the buffing wheel afterwards. But that does. Even with just sand and sealer on there, I think that looks pretty beautiful. A beautiful shine on there already. Shine, that's gorgeous. So the outside's all finished now, it's all polished, looking rather nice. And what I want to do now is apply the copper leaf to the inside. So first off, I need to paint that with the gold leaf or copper leaf adhesive. Just give that a coat all the way around inside. Now I've never done this before, so it is a first for me, but I've watched videos on YouTube like anybody does these days, and it tells me I need to give the inside a really good coating and leave it for around 15 minutes just to dry till it goes tacky. So that's what I'm going to do now. As I say, I've never done this before. What could possibly go wrong? So that's had around 15 minutes to dry. Now start to apply the copper sheet. So what could possibly go wrong? I do believe when you cut this knife you're supposed to have a special knife, which I haven't got. So I just had between two pieces of paper and just ripped it in half. That's the best I could do, I'm afraid. Well, there we go, YouTubers, all finished. A nice piece of cherry, polished. That does sand up well. Polish you a lovely shine off that. But as is prime with cherry, it does tend to crack. I don't know where I got that cherry from. I don't know how long it's been sat in my wood store, but it does feel quite dry. The copper sheeting inside, I've never done it before. And to be honest, I think I should have practiced on something else first. It was very difficult for me to get my hand in there. Very difficult to get a nice smooth finish in there. I think if I could have got my hand in there, it would have been better. But I certainly should have practiced on something else first. But even though I'm very pleased with the end result of that, That does look very nice, very effective. So if you've enjoyed watching it, please hit that subscribe button, please hit the like button. I've been Steve Howell, thank you very much for watching. I've had another great day in my workshop, so thank you all. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.